At this time, we'll call to order the regular meeting of Common Council for January 20th, 2026. Carrie, roll please.
Alderperson Carpenter.
Here.
Estercon.
Here.
Gantz.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
Kuniger.
Here.
Ledvina.
Here.
Nelson.
Here.
Erock.
Here.
Mayor Boyd.
I am here, thank you. Up next, Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, before we go over the approval of the agenda, this is the new agenda we have, so with the consent agenda, et cetera. So we've talked about this for quite some time. This is the rollout. But before we go into approval, let's have Joanne just kind of give us another overview of what we're facing today and
Sure.
moving forward.
So, like we,
It's not that bad.
just a quick refresher on how consent agenda works. Essentially, these the intention is for items under consent agenda to be kind of routine, not necessarily needing any discussion, and they are all approved at one time without any debate or discussion amongst the members. If there's anything on consent agenda that any of the alders would like to move from consent, the appropriate time would be now at the approval of the agenda stage. So you can either present a motion to amend the agenda and to move something from consent, or if not, then you can just proceed with approving the agenda as is and move along.
And just as a reminder, Kim and I met on Thursday, went through the agenda and pulled out what we thought we should pull out and put in the general population. So we think we got it right. And at that time, if when you see the agenda Friday, you think not, feel free to contact us as well. So there's actually 2 chances to move from consent something out.
So not now is what you're saying.
You still, no, absolutely
you
not.
still can.
No, you
Right.
still definitely 100% can. For the 3rd time. That said, item 4, approval of the agenda. I'd make a motion to approve.
A second.
Motion by me, seconded by Alderperson Gantz. Discussion, comments, or something to be polled. That said, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 5, public hearings. Public hearing on a request for a zoning map amendment from BP2 Business Park District with the Plan Development Overlay to BP1 Business Park 1 District with the Plan Development District Overlay for multiple parcels at Millenium Court and Enterprise Drive. Will the clerk please read the notice of the public hearing?
The public hearing notice was published in the Press Times on January 2nd and January 9th, 2026.
Dan Lindstrom, recommendation from the Plan Commission, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The item in front of you tonight is more a cleanup action. When the 2023 zoning code update was put in place, we tried to find most closely matched zoning districts with the appropriate parcels and zoning districts that were there previous. In this case, this would have been an opportunity to actually correct a zoning action, and so it wasn't caught at that time, so planning staff recommended to the Planning Commission that we rezone from the BP2 down to the BP1 to make more of the parcels along Millenium Court conforming, and as such also open up Millenium Court parcels for redevelopment or for development on parcels that were less than 2 acres. That is the summary of the recommended action. The Planning Commission recommended approval.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing for this item on the agenda open. I don't see anyone in person to comment while the public hearing's open. Anyone virtual, if you want to speak on this item on the agenda, now is your time. Just state your name. For the 2nd time, while the public hearing's opened on this item on the agenda, now's your time to speak. For the 3rd and final time, public hearing is open. Please just state your name if you want to talk. All right, I'll close the public hearing and go back to regular session and would entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by,
Sorry.
correct?
Because we have that ordinance in a different section now, do we still need a motion at this point?
No. So with the change in the
Is that in the
format of
consent?
agenda,
No.
no. So the ordinance itself that effectuates the zoning change is in the ordinances section towards the end of the agenda.
So we should wait on that then?
Correct. So
Okay.
this is just opening for the public hearing. If anybody has any comments, they make that, and then we close the public hearing, then move on for the remainder of the
Very
agenda.
good. In the future, remind me of that then. Thank you very much. So motion second, we'll hold on that then. That was for the public hearing. So we now will move on to our next item. Let me go back right now. Up next, item 6, presentation, awards, and recognition. Up now, we have presentation by New Water on the new pedestrian trail on the west side of the Fox River. So we have from New Water our representative. So if you'd please state your name and address, both of you, and then you can go ahead.
Sure, thank you for having us. My name is Nathan Qualls. I'm the Executive Director of New Water, the Green Bay Metropolitan Sewerage District. We're located in the city of Green Bay.
Tricia Garrison, Public Affairs and Education Manager for New Water.
Thank you. And I believe you can just go right ahead.
Sounds good. We really appreciate the opportunity to join the council here tonight, talk about this upcoming Brown County project, give you some background on New Water and the De Pere facility. We had presented to Scott as well as the De Pere Emergency Management Team about this topic. We've been reaching out on this, and the city is a great partner in this. And so Scott gave us the invite to come and share this information with you all, see what kind of questions you have and that kind of thing. So really appreciate the opportunity. You can go ahead, next slide. We're gonna give you some background on New Water, talk about Brown County's project with the trail, what that public access and impacts might mean for New Water at that facility, give you a heads up on what our next steps are, and then see what kind of questions you have. That said, I'm happy to entertain questions as we go along through the presentation. So as an environmental organization, we like to start with our vision. New Water's vision is protecting our most valuable resource, water, whether it's through the conveyance and treatment of wastewater or working out in the watershed to protect tributaries to the Fox River. This is what drives everything that we do. So New Water is the brand of the Green Bay Metropolitan Sewerage District, and we are the public wastewater conveyance and treatment utility for the region, and we serve 15 municipalities in Northeast Wisconsin. You can see the city of De Pere, of course, one of those municipalities that we serve. And you can go ahead to the next slide. Just a map of our service area. So the area in green is tributary to our Green Bay treatment facility, which is located at the mouth of the Fox River and the Bay of Green Bay near Bay Beach Amusement Park. And then in the orange is the service area that goes to the De Pere treatment facility, which is located between Brown County Fairgrounds and Ashwaubenon Park and treats all of the city of De Pere's wastewater. So we have a staff of about 100, and so some of those are 24/7 around the clock so that we can provide this service to our community. You can go to the next slide. We do this so that that residents, business visitors can use our services around the clock, and it is a big job with a lot of infrastructure, and it does take 24/7, 365 attention. We are a shared community service that comes with a shared cost, of course, but it is to support residential growth and economic development. While we don't have an economic development arm of New Water, we don't try to incentivize that growth, but we do not want to be a barrier to our municipalities, our customers' growth plans. And so we work with folks like Scott and the other municipalities to really do long-range planning so that we know what our community's needs are as it relates to wastewater conveyance and treatment. And so in 2025, the numbers just in, we came in just under 14 billion gallons of wastewater that was treated and returned back to the Fox River. So this is the De Pere facility. This, as I mentioned, is located between the Brown County Fairgrounds and Ashwaubenon Park. In 2008, New Water took over ownership and operation of this facility. New Water and some of our municipalities had previously been customers of the city of De Pere, and the city performed wastewater treatment for some of those customers. And then in 2008, we just further regionalized and took over operation of this facility. Excellent facility, treats about 8 million gallons a day. That's about 1/4 of the size of the Green Bay facility, for some perspective on that, and puts out some really excellent effluent quality with its tertiary sand filters, or tertiary disc filters that treat the water really quite well. And with the Brown County 2026 budget, they had included this trail project. And it certainly looks to be a great asset for the community. However, does pose some new challenges for us at New Water. And so we've been working as staff and working with our municipal customers and with the county, just so that we are all on the same page about what that means for our critical infrastructure. So you can go ahead to the next slide. And so this is a aerial view of that. And so our property there is outlined in red, located between the fairgrounds and the park. And then the sort of a dark blue line that is showing where the county intends to build this West Fox River Trail, right? And so that trail is currently just off, is completed just off to the north of our property line. Will be extended through our property and connect on to the Brown County's Fairgrounds property there, right along the riverbank. As I mentioned, this is going to be a great asset for the community. It's going to connect the northern part of that trail and extend it further south. So we're excited about that, and we'll continue to work closely with the city staff and with the county, et cetera, to build kind of awareness about our facility. It's kind of tucked, sort of out of sight, sort of out of mind. If you're on the river and you look in, you can certainly see that it's a wastewater treatment facility, but the proximity of the trail is certainly going to bring a lot of folks onto this property that they've never had access to before. And it's just really important that we're all on the same page about what that means, and that we have plans on how to navigate this new future. So you can go to the next slide. So here's a view looking south. And the fence line on the right there is the fence line to our main property. And so you can see it's really quite narrow, really quite open. And so when that trail goes through, there's certainly going to be this visibility of our facility that hasn't existed before. Primarily, our concern is safety and security, of course, of people utilizing the trail, visitors, staff, and then of course the critical infrastructure, right? This plant is critically important to the public health of the community, and so we're taking a look at what types of safety and security infrastructure needs to go in place, at the same time fully supporting the development of the trail and making sure we can work together on this. With a facility like ours and new people being near it, we may have our sights and senses coming to life, right? So the public walking next to a wastewater treatment plant may not be accustomed to the odors and the sounds and the sights that they're seeing. And so we see this as a potential where we may get some concerned citizens, either calls to the city or calls to New Water. And we've been working hard to really make sure we can share information ahead of time so we know who needs to be contacted when and what our plan is when those kinds of things arise. Kind of hard to see in this picture, but right over that handrail is the discharge from this facility, right? So on average, about 8 million gallons a day of water leaving this facility and merging with the Fox River, and it appears kind of darkish right there, right? It looks almost black. And so the river is kind of green, at this picture. It's some algae blooms that happen, and there's sediment in the river. And the effluent or the discharge from the treatment plant is often really quite clear. And it sometimes even looks black, right? And so an aerial view of this, you could raise your hand and say, hey, wait a minute, there's black water coming from the treatment plant, in which actually it's just very clear and you can see to the bottom of the river. And so that as an example, or odors, something that is, the potential to have some concerned citizens reaching out, whether it be to Scott or whether it be to emergency services within the city, or whether it be to New Water. We just want to be on the same page and sharing this information with our municipal partners. So anything I missed on that so far, Tricia?
No.
All right, next slide. So we're going to continue working with the county, working with the city and public health as well. Wastewater obviously poses public health concern if it's not conveyed, or if residents are in it by approaching it from the water, those kinds of things. So just making sure we're all on the same page with that. And then of course when the weather hopefully turns for us here in spring, we'll have a tour for the De Pere facility. We'd welcome the elected officials here for the city as well. If you haven't seen that facility, it's worth the trip down and come out and see what we're doing there at the treatment plant. So that's what I wanted to share with you all. See what kind of questions that you may have.
Thank you very much. By the way, I did a tour with Scott and staff 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, for the new water facility in Green Bay, which was quite impressive. I think we opened it up to all the elected officials. I can't quite recall, but if not, I apologize. But there's always that offer, I believe,
Absolutely.
for any of you to see the
Yeah.
facility in Green Bay, let alone the one in De Pere, because
Yeah.
it really is a very impressive facility. The work that they do. Part of the reason we did all this, and then Scott brought this up, was if potentially the trail goes through, that you would see certain things like the water discharge, et cetera, and that we're all aware of what's going on and what's potential. I meet with Executive Streckenbach on Thursday, and I'm sure we will be discussing the trail. So if you guys have any insight or stuff you want me to ask, now is going to be your time. So any questions for our new water reps here and the presentation? Again, hoping that you guys all get there and check it out. Alderperson Hanson.
Thanks for that presentation. Does it link up then to the trail system in Ashwaubenon Park?
Yeah, this will connect right there to Ashwaubenon Park. That part of the trail is actually finished and kind of just sitting just off our property line. And so
Okay.
the intention in as I understand it, with the Brown County budget, Brown County will in 2026 then extend that trail through our facility, and we'll then of course be doing some work along the trail then as well to improve fencing and security and things like that. So it's well coordinated.
And this is a question for staff. So I know in 2010 comp plan, there was a proposal to do a West Fox River Trail from St. Norbert College to Ashwaubenon Park. Has the county indicated like this might just be the first phase of a larger trail, or are they just seeing this as ending on the fairgrounds?
I mean, it's for the county. I mean, Dan's out there too. I know we have some impediments with the Alstrom property, which makes it difficult to extend it all the way to the bridge, which we would love to have happen. But that's a county and an ongoing discussion. Dan, do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, excuse me. Yes, I have about 3 points. One of which is the 2010 comprehensive plan, as well as the draft West Downtown master plan. But in addition to what would actually be what is out for RFP right now, which is the downtown master plan, all anticipates having some sort of linkage. The challenges that we have currently, as you mentioned, were the mill, but also any work that we do, because to try to connect along the river is going to be greatly challenged because of the limitations in using eminent domain for trail purposes. That is a very important distinction that I want to make you aware about. And so our work that we've been looking at so far in preliminary concept plans, and this is actually also working with some UW students in the past, is finding a way to get it down onto a street side with a multi-use trail in existing right-of-way, because that seems the most appropriate. Like I said, our limitations are can't use eminent domain for multi-use trails at this point in the state, so we're a bit limited, but we are trying to find a means to connect. And also, kind of the last point that I want to touch on is previous administrations at the college also had talked about extending the trail through the campus. Now, obviously, with changes in administration during this downtown master plan process, we would like to re-engage in that specific topic to understand where their comfort level lies with public being on campus property.
Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, really quickly, maybe not go back on the slide, but the trail, does it go through the fence line? I couldn't quite tell where that line was. Is it right butted up against the water?
Yeah, so that's not a big space there between the fence line and the shoreline. So I think it was a 10-foot wide paved trail, and so it's going to kind of fit in that open space there between the water and the fence. As you get further as away from this picture,
Because it really
here,
skinnies down, doesn't it?
It really skinnies down, and we're going to have to relocate a fence there
Okay.
to make space for that. We have preliminary plans from the county for their project, and we're just working through the details there on what needs to happen.
Very good. Thank you. Other questions or comments? I mean, this is all very exciting, and this is another attempt we just want to get you more informed of what New Water is and, all the services that the city provides. But this is a different bonus to it with the trail potentially coming through. So sounds like everyone's pretty much okay with this as we have ongoing discussions, correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. Great. All right, Tricia, Nathan, thank you very much, and thanks New Water.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity again. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right, have a good night. Thank you. Item 7, public comments. Anyone have any public comments? Now is your time to speak, either in person, and there's no one here. And it looks like virtual, possibly not. But that said, item 7, public comments on anything that's not on the agenda. Now is your time to speak. And I will probably just stop it right there, since that's kind of where we are. Item 8, consent agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, items A, B, and C.
Second.
Motion by me, seconded by Alderperson P-Rock. Do we have discussion if they want any on that? We can't, right?
discussion.
So there is no discussion. That said, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. That's how that works. Cool. That was fun. Up next, new business. 9A, recommendation from the License Committee on a request by Alycia Spangler to appear before the License Committee regarding the denial of her operator license application.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion by Alderperson Carpenter, seconded by Alderperson Gantz for approval. Discussion, comments? Looks like we're all good. That said, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Under new business, 9B, consideration and possible action on approval of city purchase of WD 3871 Main Avenue for $110,000. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by me, seconded by Alderperson Ledvina. Discussion, comments? Dan's available to answer any questions you might have. Yes, this has come forward. Yes, it did happen. And yes, it's at $110,000. So good news, good news, good news. That said, roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Carpenter.
Aye.
Estercon.
Aye.
Gantz.
Aye.
Hanson.
Aye.
Conager.
Aye.
Ledvina.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Rock.
Aye.
Mayor Boyd.
Aye. Motion carries, thank you. Item 9C, recommendation from Finance Personnel Committee to approve the changes to the DPR Home Improvement Loan Program.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alderperson Conager, seconded by Alderperson Gantz. Discussion, comments? Alderperson Hanson.
Just curious if staff has identified any homes that could benefit from this program?
Staff has identified homes that would benefit in general from the entire program, not just from this change. We sort of have an internal map of those homes that would qualify. This is just one tool in conversations with interdepartmental discussions about how can we improve this tool's resources, and this would be one that we would really highly encourage individuals. And so now that if it would to be approved tonight, it would be a tool in the toolbox that the health department can use when talking to individuals.
Thank you.
And for those at home that don't quite understand what the change is, it's just a minor change, but could be quite big, to include lead improvement in homes within the DPR Home Improvement Loan Program. It's a great idea, well received by finance. Obviously, the health department is excited, and so too are the those involved with the program. So this could be very beneficial for residents for the city of De Pere. And we will be getting out information regarding how they can access these funds moving forward. That said, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 10, resolutions. 10A, Resolution 2603, approving state municipal maintenance agreement, Southbridge Connector Interchange, Interstate Highway 41.
Move to approve.
Motion by Alderperson Hanson, second by Alderperson Gantz. Discussion, comments? All right, seems we have none. That said, roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Essercon?
Aye.
Gantz?
Aye.
Hanson?
Aye.
Coniger?
Aye.
Ledvina?
Aye.
Nelson?
Aye.
Erock?
Aye.
Mayor Boyd?
Aye.
Carpenter?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 10, resolutions. 10B, Resolution 2604, approving grant agreement for Division of Public Health 2026 DPH Local Public Health Consolidated Contract in the amount of $12,082 for maternal, child health, and lead programming.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alderperson P. seconded by Alderperson Ledvina. Discussion, comments? Looks like we're all good. That said, roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Gantz?
Aye.
Hanson?
Aye.
Coniger?
Aye.
Ledvina?
Aye.
Nelson? Nelson?
Sorry, aye.
P-Rock?
Aye.
Mayor Boyd?
Aye.
Carpenter?
Aye.
Essercon?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 11, ordinances. 11A, Ordinance 2602, approving zoning map amendment from BP2, Business Park District 2, to BP1, Business Park 1 District, 700 Block, Millennium Court, from BP2 PDD, Business Park 2 District, with the Planned Development District overlay to BP1 PDD, Business Park 1 District, with the Planned Development District overlay, 701 Millennium Court, parcel numbers ED 2305 through ED 2309, ED 2311 through ED 2313, ED 2313-1, ED 2314 through ED 2315, ED 3074 through ED 3089, and ED 3115 through ED 3140.
Move to approve.
Motion by Alderperson Ledvin, second by Alderperson Gantz. I memorized all of that.
I feel like you should say bingo.
I didn't even read off of this. Questions, comments?
Did a good job.
Anybody have anything? Appears not. That said, roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Hanson?
Aye.
Coniger?
Aye.
Ledvina?
Aye.
Nelson?
Aye.
Erock?
Aye.
Mayor Boyd?
Aye.
Carpenter?
Aye.
Essercon?
Aye.
Gantz?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 11B, Ordinance 2603, amending Chapter 2, Aldermanic Districts and Elections of the Pere Municipal Code resulting from territory added to the city.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderperson P. seconded by Alderperson Carpenter. Discussion, comments? Alderperson Hanson.
So it appears the only changes are the annexed areas, correct?
That is correct.
And I don't, there's not really anyone right now that's in the district, right? The new ones?
We have 5 voters
5 voters.
in the territory that was annexed from Rockland.
Well, that's great. Thank you.
You're going to go out and say hi to all of them.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. Welcome. That said, any additional comments, questions? All right, roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Coniger?
Aye.
Ledvina?
Aye.
Nelson?
Aye.
Erock?
Aye.
Mayor Boyd?
Aye.
Carpenter?
Aye.
Essercon?
Aye.
Gantz?
Aye.
Hanson?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Up next, 11C, Ordinance 2604, adopting Section 1012, Pere Municipal Code, creating the Pere Youth Commission.
I'll move to approve. I'll second.
Motion by Alderperson Ledvina, seconded by Alderperson Conacher. Discussion, comments? This will now make it completely official, and we can move forward and, start recruiting and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
All right.
That's great.
Exciting. That said, we do need a roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Ledvina.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Erock.
Aye.
Mayor Boyd.
Aye.
Carpenter.
Aye.
Essercon.
Aye.
Gantz.
Aye.
Hanson.
Aye, sorry.
Conacher.
Where'd you go? Aye.
Oh, tough time over there. Motion carries. Thank you. Item 12, future agenda items. Anyone have anything? Seems we're all good. Item 13, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion by me, seconded by Alderperson Conacher. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We're officially adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.